The Taylor family posted a tribute to their child on social media Wednesday, saying, quote, Molly Ali was granted her final desire of donating organs. The 17-year-old was airlifted last week from the scene of a shootout between law enforcement officers and a man suspected of kidnapping. Police say the suspect, Kenneth Peden III, kidnapped the teen, took off in a truck, and fired several shots at officers. When he finally stopped on Highway 214 near Silverton, police fired back, but say none of their shots struck the suspect or the teen. Court documents say at some point, Peden shot the teen, who died from the injuries at the hospital Wednesday. On Friday, Peden was charged with the teen's murder. Christelle Kumwe, KGW News.